It is almost like what the Beatles must have encountered when they first came to America. Fans from coast to coast are going wild these days, screaming and crying at red carpet events, hoping to get a glimpse of the actors starring in Twilight, a new movie based on some smash hit vampire books. And if teenage girls and their moms have their say, Twilight will be one of the biggest movies this holiday season. Call it Twilight Mania. At malls from Dallas to Seattle, San Francisco to Philadelphia, young fans by the thousands are barely able to control themselves.
We were all here very, very early yesterday.
And slept through the night until 7 in the morning.
Because he's the love of my life, the reason for my existence, and I love him.
And it's not just kids, even Twilight moms are lining up.
He is the perfect man. I mean, he's honest, he's protective, he's caring and loving, even though he's a vampire.
Robert Pattinson plays the movie's dashing hero. This is what it looked like when he arrived at a Mexico airport. Complete mayhem. Twilight's advanced ticket sales are through the roof, and the soundtrack reached #1 within a week of its release. All this for a film that hasn't yet opened. Experts say this global sensation is all about the books.
When I was reading it, I really felt like something extraordinary was happening. But I could never imagine that thousands of girls would show up at a Stephenie Meyer reading and screaming and crying and tattooing themselves with the titles and women naming their babies after the characters in the books.
It is a teenage love story of life and death, literally. 17-year-old Bella Swan falls in love with a classmate, Edward Cullen, who happens to be 100 years old and not human.
Say it.
Vampire.
Are you afraid?
No.
Twilight's author, Stephenie Meyer, says she wanted a love story with a twist.
No matter what the problems you have in your relationship, it's not going to get much harder than if the person you're in love with wants to kill you. And it's just all about making the relationship interesting and different and have that vital spark that makes it so you can't put the story down. At least it was for me writing it. I could not stop because I had to find out if he was going to kill her or if he was going to love her.
What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
You're not.
All this early excitement has filmmakers hopeful that Twilight will take a big bite out of the box office when it opens Friday.
How could you not like him? He's gorgeous. If you're watching this, Robert Pattinson, marry me.
And he is watching. Robert Pattinson plays Edward Cullen, the vampire. Kristen Stewart plays Bella Swan, the human who is not afraid of him. Good morning to both of you. Nice to see you guys. Take a look out there, out that window. That is just a few of the fans that seem to be following you guys wherever you go these days. Did you have any idea what you were in store for when you signed on for this film?
No.
A big no?
No way.
Yeah, that's a conclusive no.
Yeah, well, you know, it seems to me that there are the people who know these books and are obsessed by them, and the folks who've never heard of them before. Where did you fall in that before, Robert? Had you heard of the books? Did you know much about the character?
No, I mean, I was living in England, which they've only just started taking off within the last 3 months in England. So yeah, I had no idea. I just thought it was. I'd read the script. I barely knew that they even were books. I just kind of thought, you know, it's a Catherine Hardwicke movie with Kristen. I'd just seen Into the Wild, and that's the only reason I went to the audition. Because
Kristen was, and he had a little bit of crush on Kristen, right? Still do a little bit, or?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Did you know about the books, Kristen, when you started?
No, I don't know. I go to used bookstores most of the time. I don't know how I missed it.
But you know, people are truly obsessed. Once you found out, and that you were going to play this character, Robert, particularly this guy, girls are in love with him in a crazy way. Was that intimidating for you? Were you scared of the part?
I didn't really know. I knew it was a kind of impossible part. The character breakdown was literally Edward is the ideal being. So even going for the audition, you know, it's kind of embarrassing just to even turn up. But
what do you say? Hi, I'm the ideal guy, or
I just thought, yeah, maybe I read this. I think I'm right. No, I mean, it was just kind of, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing to turn up. But I didn't really know about this obsessional, devotional fan base to him. I only found out after I shot it, luckily.
Is it scary in a way?
No, it's just amusing now, because I mean, I get, you know, people just project their idea of the character onto me, and they just assume, you know, I'm the same when I'm just really not, and so it makes my life very easy.
I know there were 5,000 people who tried out for your part, and Kristen, you're the one who said, it's got to go to this guy. Why?
Because he's not perfect. That whole ideal man thing is not is something that is so undesirable. I mean, the whole point of the character is that he's really small inside, and that it's all of that strongness is on the surface. So he came into the audition looking terrified and like he shouldn't be there, and it was like, perfect, you're the guy. You look like, you know.
It's a very backhanded compliment.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Do you understand why this series is as popular as it is? What it is about this vampire that makes this so appealing to young girls? Have you figured it out?
I don't know. I think it's sort of like an undefinable thing. It's like what stirs you up. You know, it's sort of like, besides, on the surface, when you sum up this movie in like a sentence, it sounds really shallow and just like ideological, which is not something that you should present to so many young girls. But that's the whole point, is that it's not like that. Under the surface, it's really like a strained, impossible, difficult love, and it takes a really strong girl to put herself in that position. So I think people get off on that.
Well, I know that folks out there, some of them would love to ask you questions. Can we go out there and just take a few?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, we got
Let's
to
go.
go now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's go right now. The opening is tomorrow.
That was a nice little surprise. Oh, really?
People are literally going to freak out when we go outside. You do realize that?
Do you now have bodyguards with you all the time, Robert?
My friend Dean here.
Oh, okay. Maybe we better bring Dean along. We're going to head right out. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Are we on the news right now?
We're on right now.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Come on, guys. I'm a little scared to face them.
So they're all pretty nice.
Okay.
To your face.
Do you get a lot of weird questions from the fans when you're out there?
What's it like to kiss a vampire, Kristen?
Is it true that they said to you that they will give you their blood?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. It's okay.
Here's your gloves.
Let's go this way, guys. And where are we going, Mark? Which one? Who's got the first question?
What was the hardest part of playing your characters?
You hear this? The hardest part of playing your characters. Oh my God. Turn this way.
You're closest, you start.
Okay. Probably being like so exposed and like wide open all the time, because the only way to do this story right is if it's like incredibly honest. So I had to be like very bare. That was difficult.
And you, Robert?
Most difficult part of playing my character. I guess trying to be scary when you're supposed to be being pretty at the same time. I guess that's probably the hardest thing. I think.
Okay.
Okay, is the character that you play in the movie a lot like how you are in real life?
Oh. I kind of made it. Like a little bit more like I am in real life than it is in the book, I think.
Do you find it incredibly sexy, or what is it? But what is the appeal? It's a vampire.
Yeah, but it's Edward Cullen. I mean, come on.
But why?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, everyone.
Did you what?
Because you know it's wrong.
Because you know it's wrong to be in love with a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Any more questions? One more?
Yeah. We guys. Was there a lot of pressure to try and accurately portray Edward Cullen, since so many people love him so much?
It's a good question.
I didn't. Not really. I mean, I didn't know anything about it when I was doing it. It was only now.
From the trailers that you've seen, thumbs up or thumbs down? Major thumbs up. All right. Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart, thank you so much. Good luck. You're on for a while.